Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Coins Reaction Zone and another Scooby-Doo reaction video. So Halloween is over and family went over for the weekend and I was busy helping my brother at his house, but we're back into Scooby-Doo. So I wasn't able to record Saturday unfortunately because I was tearing down the Halloween decorations and also because we kept them up after a while so my nieces and nephews can trick-or-treat our house like a fake kind of thing for fun. I held up for that and then I had to pull them down after that and it took pretty much all day. So a long affair, but we're back, and I've been working on editing thumbnails as well for the Scooby-Doo reaction series, so everything looks more nice and professional, as much as it could be, because my face is kind of stilted whenever I react. That's kind of what I've been doing. This is going to be episode 11 of the new Scooby-Doo movies, so we're almost through this section of Scooby-Doo. This season's been a little bit slow for me, unfortunately. Just hasn't really done it for me. Kind of been all over the place. And so I've been kind of slow going at it, just trying to move forward with how I'm feeling about the series and especially this section. But I've been interested. There's just been a lot of kind of weak episodes, to be honest. So I've just been kind of going at my own pace. But I'm going to start trying to go through it so we can get into actually going for it, other Scooby-Doo episodes, and actually keep releasing 3. Because I'm also planning on institutionalizing my other reaction channel, which is Time to Stand, where I do like K-pop and Korean shows and things. So I want to read out that one too. So I just need to find a good time because I'm also still applying for another job that pays a little bit better and all that junk. So that's what I'm currently doing. So episode 11 is called The Ghost of the Red Baron. The next appearance of the Three Stooges. There are no statistics pretty much listed for the previous episodes. No weird food items, no Scooby snacks or property damage changes. I won't mention them because I'll do them at the end of the season, what their final totals are, but for now, there's not really been any changes between episodes. Kind of boring on that front as well. Spooky Foggy Juneberry was a 1. Ghost of Bigfoot was a 4. I don't know what these last episodes are going to be, but this one was released on November 18th, 1972. It's the 36th episode of the series. And in this one, the gang is heading to a farm when they notice a crop duster being attacked by the spooky ghost that looks like the Red Baron. An attack that prompted the crop duster to quit. Then the gang met a man named Mr. Sawyer and a farmer who was worrying about his corn getting ruined. That's when the gang meet up with the Three Stooges, in which Larry and Moe are showing Mr. Sawyer and the farmer with a great pilot, Curly Joe's. At the airport, the gang meet a grumpy mechanic named Andrew Terra, who wanted the gang to leave. But the gang told Mr. Terra that Curly Joe, Captain Curly, could take down the Red Baron. When Mr. Terra left, one of the planes began to fly like crazy, even though there's no pilot. When the plane crashed, Mr. Siegfried, who manages the airport for Mr. Sawyer, told the gang about the Red Baron's ghost and warned them to leave, but the gang was determined to stay at the airfield. While the Three Stooges slept, the Red Baron attacked the airfield before making his escape. The gang thought that he was going to crash, but nothing happened. The Three Stooges decided to stay, only for the Red Baron to return with a smaller plane and attacks the gang and the Stooges. Velma was surprised to see Scooby chasing the small plane. Then the rest of the gang are chased by the ghost, who was flying like a real ghost. After the chase, the ghost got away again, and the gang learned that not only he flies the plane or float like a real ghost, but he also hops like a jackrabbit. Shaggy, Scooby, and the Three Stooges decided to leave the airfield. In the meantime, Mr. Sawyer was becoming confused as the crops keep getting worse in spite of him putting the fertilizer every morning, much to Velma's suspicion. Velma was checking every plane for some clues until the Red Baron's ghost trapped her and she became stuck in the sky. Upon noticing Velma on the plane, Shaggy and Scooby went to warn the Stooges, who then promptly sent off to rescue. But without his Flip Falcon comic book, Curly has no idea what to do. In the process, Fred and Daphne ready to both the Stooges and Velma, during which the former notices Curly's comic book on the desk. Meanwhile, Shaggy and Scooby are once again chased by the small plane. After climbing up the windmill and spotting a lever controlling the small plane, Shaggy decided to control the plane, and his day worked after all. Red Baron destroyed the ladder, leaving Scooby and Shaggy trapped on the top. After digging into the windmill's blade, Scooby fell into Velma's plane. Curly was trying to find the right button to pull, which he did, but it led to them crashing. Fortunately, the Three Stooges were all right, while Velma managed to find the button to stop her plane, leading to her and Scooby landing to a pile of leaves. Fred, Daphne, and Shaggy were wondering if Velma and Scooby were all right, and finally, Velma found a clue, weed killer, which would kill some plants. The gang noticed the barn that was shut tight as Fort Knox. Velma thought Red Baron's plane was in there. Shaggy decided to go to an abandoned sawmill with Scooby. While they were traveling, they were picking up some apples. They finally got to the sawmill and got into it with the Red Baron noticing. Meanwhile, each off the Three Stooges were hiding a bag of weed killer from the Red Baron's ghosts, who were tickling the bags, and when the ghosts, noticing the bags laughing, decided to take them as prisoners. The rest of the gang saw the ghost in the Jeep using a remote to open the doors of the barn. The gang quickly got in. Daphne accidentally bumped into a cowboy, gaining the ghost's attention. The ghost decided to deal with him later because he got some crops to fertilize.
Hey, what's that? A square ghost?
A square ghost, that's funny.
Caution! Do not open! Danger! Oh, Scoob, I'm dying to know what's inside.
Yeah, curiosity killed the cat, man. Don't open it. I also like that Scooby, they always animate him differently. Scooby doesn't have any of his eyebrows or anything.
always jumping to conclusions.
Just loaded with a bunch of springs. Okay.
Scooby suffering from a case of spring feet? A door. That's using your old head?
Okay, I'll count that as breaking property damage. So I'm gonna do like $100 for property damage for Scooby.
Really?
We're trapped in a cave with the Red Baron's plane. You've got to help us get out.
Don't worry, I'll have you out in a couple of seconds.
You did it, Shaggy. Now we can get out of here.
That was easy.
But there's no way out back there. We escaped out of one prison and into another. We did this in a movie once, right?
You mean tie the saw to the prop?
That's right, and there she is.
Oh my gosh.
Shove this crate into the big door.
That's funny. It works though. Good property damage for them. There's Red Baron flying away. Here we go.
Okay, guys, let's scram.
I think it's Andrew Terra because he's the creepiest looking guy.
Ruin all that juicy corn.
Just based off of how it is. But he warned them to leave, so I'm guessing him for now. That is absolutely adorable. That little tiny plane. Little remote controlled guy. Is he gonna actually do any damage, or is he just trying to throw him off?
Go, little feller.
Here we go, remote controlling that guy. I love how he fell down, but he jumped in it anyways. Now they're taking his plane. That must be uncomfortable for fitting on both their sections like that. Yeah, he was using a comic book to fly his plane, like I was saying. Yeah, how are they gonna get rid of this? Oh, the smoke, nice. That's funny.
No, he forgot his comic book.
Interesting dynamic, though, having to use that kind of thing to be able to do stuff like that. And of course, Scooby, yeah. Why don't you just hand it to him, Scooby, you freak? That's so funny. Come on, man.
Now you do everything that dog tells you. You hear? Go. Okay. What next?
I would have just handed it to him, but that remote control thing, like Shaggy immediately knowing what's going on. Like, this is really good teamwork between Shaggy and Scooby and the Three Stooges. I like that, actually. Wow, full-on ripped his wings up. Full-on asking to kill him. Holy crap. That's the Three Stooges technically property damage because the Scooby Gang weren't driving. They were just co-pilots, so I'm not going to count that.
Did you say this crate is loaded with weed killer, Captain?
Bombs away!
Weed killer on the Jeep. Wow. That's one way to do it. Holy crud. A lot of property damage back there, but it was all the main guys that did that. Alright, who is it? It's either Andrew, Mr. Seafreak, or Mr. Sawyer.
Grief, it's Siegfried.
Siegfried.
I was positive it was old Mr. Terra.
But I don't understand.
Siegfried
Yeah, I thought it was Terra too.
to scare away all the legitimate pilots.
Then switched Weed Killer into the fertilizer bags so he could ruin all the crops.
I want to know why you were poisoning all that juicy corn.
The county is planning to buy the surrounding farms and the airport so they can expand it into a jet field.
And you were poisoning
Wow,
the crops so you
just
could
a
buy
jet
farms
field?
cheap.
And the airport runway, cheap. And then sell them back to the county on a big profit. Right.
Imagine scaring
Oh wow,
everyone
Three
away
Stooges actually chimed
fertilize
in.
the crops
Nice.
with Weed Killer.
Curses, Mr. Barron. Foiled again.
Wow, Shaggy bringing in one of those big jokes. Oh, of course, a feast at the end.
How are we gonna slice this 4-foot salami without a knife? Captain Curly, to the rescue!
This can't be good. Oh, never mind. I guess it's perfect. Just a straight up salami sandwich. That's funny. That's not really a weird enough food item though, since it kind of fell apart and all that.
I understand about
With it sliced up though, he could have eaten it full anyways.
Hot 10 feet in the air.
And the way he floated like a ghost.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Oh, that's easy then. Never mind. Humongous hook rope.
Of course, a hook and cable.
Trusting that hook must be super scary though. Like,
Oiled springs in the bones.
So that's how he did it.
he trusted that to carry a grown-ass man with a tiny hook like that is insane. Spring makes more sense, like pogo steps the aisle, but that hook would be, I would not trust that at all. Alrighty, now Scooby-Doo and the Red Baron. I really enjoyed that episode, actually. I had to cut a lot of it for copyright and everything, which is why I always read the summaries first, especially for these long episodes, because it's a lot more of editing just to make sure that there's the good part. And since they already reveal the main thing in the end, that's why I edit them like that. It will change once this season is done, but for now, that's how it's going to be for the next 8 episodes or so. So just be prepared for that. I've mentioned it before, but just so you guys know. So overall, a pretty fun episode. I really actually like. I think the Three Stooges worked better in this episode than the previous one. So I think I would actually give this one a 5 out of 10. I think overall it's pretty good. It's nice and average for me where some of their iterations were kind of interesting. It's more like one of the Three Stooges was fun out of the other 3, which was, of course, Curly Joe with like his comic book and actually being the pilot. So he's essentially like the second main character of this episode. So I really liked his dynamic with the crew and like, I can't do anything without this. Kind of like a superhero thing where it's like, I can't do anything without like, I don't know, like a Green Lantern ring, whatever it is. So I thought that was pretty fun. Not the best because still it was a lot of mumbo jumbo, but overall not too bad. Kind of a weak villain, but I really always like whenever there's more than 1 or 2 suspects. There was 3 this episode, so that always makes it more fun. So that also gets bonus points in my kind of style. And also we finally had more property damage for Scooby, bringing his total up to 800 for the season. Shaggy's still at 2,500 and Fred's still at 50. And we still have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then 8 episodes for season 2 left for this section. Pretty weak so far overall as a season, but still some good episodes. Like there's 3 really awesome episodes on the list that were pretty fun. But for now, we're just slowly getting through this season and these episodes. So I'm only going to react to this one for today, and I will react to more catching up later on. I just have this work thing that I have to go to that kind of ruins my recording schedule since I won't have any time in between recording since it's like a training day where I have to go in early and leave late. So that's unfortunate. But after that, I'll be able to start recording once that's over and I can record that day. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.